Hey Westies! Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be taking a look at House of Surprises Season 2, Episode 15, LaRose on Ice. Now, this video actually came out like 2 weeks ago, and the only reason I hadn't gotten to it earlier is just because I was, as some of you know, away for like 4 or so days. I was away for a while. I was pretty busy. I was out of town, and I actually did not get the chance to see this episode being released, so I'm making a video on it now. This video will be two parts explaining my thoughts and one part review of this episode, and I'll explain why in just a minute. Now, I think LOL OMG is trying to be subtle and try and make LaRose the main character of the House of Surprises season, which, like, if you didn't know, I personally feel like this season has been pretty messy overall. Like, that's just my opinion, but I feel like it's less cohesive than season one. Like, I understand season one was just a bunch of, like, separate episodes that were basically unrelated, but, like, there was still, it was the same characters. It was the same story, even though they were doing something different every day. I feel like this season is more confusing just because the characters keep switching around. I mean, at the very beginning of season one, you had all the original cast members: Candylicious, Alt Girl, even Royal B's brother, King B or Prince B, I can't remember his name. But the point is, there was like in the early days of season two, like it was the mall plot. We had Neonlicious, Swag, Royal B, Lady Diva, Alt Girl, Candylicious, Royal B's brother, King B, Prince B. I literally forgot. But like, I know that that's still a lot, but at least it was somewhat cohesive and there was somewhat of a cohesive plot, even if the writing was lacking here or there. But now that we're getting, I don't know, early to mid season two, like the cohesiveness has just gone straight out the window. Like we just had an episode on LaRose about her on the roller skating rink. We just had like that episode. I believe it was episode 13. Episode 13, LaRose shows off her skate skills. And like after that episode, or actually no, before that episode, we just had the Grow Girl and Earth BB plant sitting episode, and we also had the Sunshine Festival two-parter, which was basically just a big advertisement for the Sunshine Makeover line. And I mean, hey, no shade. Like they created this show to advertise their products. Like that's literally the only reason like why they're even here in the first place. But also like the cohesiveness is just not there. We're just jumping from story to story and it doesn't make sense. So while two episodes, not technically in a row, but basically in a row, with the same character and cast of characters in it, may not seem that significant, to me, it seems significant just because, like, this is the first time in a while in which we're seeing the same or similar cast of characters be repeatedly shown in season two. Yes, in the beginning, there was the mall plot and everything, but like the way all the episodes have been so Willy Wonka, just like disjointed, disconnected, and the plot just not being there, I feel like this is all a sign that they're going to make LaRose, her bunny friend, skate park cutie, cool Lev maybe, and roller chick main characters now. I think that's definitely in the question. And considering the fact that in this episode, we get to see more of Cool Love, Roller Chick, and Skate Park Cutie struggles compared to LaRose's struggles on the rink, I feel like that's definitely them like doing something with character development or at least storytelling. And considering the fact that Roller Chick is already featured in the intro as a main character and she's part of this crew, definitely helps. I don't know if they'll change the intro for them if they do end up being like main characters and the main cast of characters, but the fact that Roller Chick is here definitely says a lot to me. Another thing that makes me think that LaRose will start to be appearing a lot more is the fact that this episode also shows some of her flaws as well. She was really obsessed with like having the rink to herself and like having the space to practice and all of that. And she was kind of not irritated, but a bit negligent, in my opinion, of all the little kiddos just swarming her. Which, like, I would be a bit upset too, but also, like, it's not that bad. But I want to hear what all of your thoughts are on this and if you think that LaRose will be showing up more. As for the potential strategic reasoning for picking LaRose of all characters, especially since we haven't been introduced to her until recently, I think it's because LaRose is very popular. Like, I know there's no way to know, and it's just part of human psychology to believe our opinion is in the majority. But I personally like LaRose, not just because she's pink, but also I feel like she's the best doll of the lineup because both of the black dolls in the lineup are blue. They have a similar style. They're just not that unique. And I feel like LaRose stands out more and she has more and like better pieces in my opinion. I also feel like she's popular because like I've seen a lot of pins of her, edits of her, like great reviews on the dolls and all. And also, I could be wrong, and this could just be like a stereotype in a way, but I feel like LOL OMG and other doll brands' target audience is like young girls. And while there are adult collectors and even boys who collect dolls just for fun, I feel like the majority of the market is owned by young girls. While they can't buy it themselves, their parents buy it for them, so technically they're the owners of the market. The targeting is to young girls and little children, which is why the animated series is childish and immature, kind of. And it's very slow paced and simple for the young minds to understand. I feel like young girls are not only taught from a young age, but just generally drawn to pink, girly, feminine kind of things. And LaRose is exactly that. Not only has she been proven to be popular, but she's also a simple pick because she just embodies that young girl energy. She's creative, she's playful, she's a bit of a klutz. And I feel like that's what they were trying to go for with her, especially since you haven't met LaRose yet up until recently. That opens a lot more, like, it opens up a lot more avenues for what's possible with the character since she hasn't already been established. I also think that it's very interesting that her sidekick almost character, Pink Bunny Girl, is also very pink, girly, and feminine. I don't think that's a coincidence. Not only does LaRose, I believe, have like somewhat of a bunny motif somewhere, I forgot. So like they're matching in that, but also like the color cohesiveness of having both of our like main and side characters be pink is not only visually like just satisfying and also like a fashion statement that they're like friends in a way, but it's just once again trying to appeal to that younger girly market. I also noticed that like MJ has a thing for picking popular characters to like be their main characters because do you remember Delilah and Sabrina? They were really popular as dolls, so they were made pretty significant in the show, which of course makes sense because if something's already popular, why not just bank on that so you can get more views and more attention? I even did that once by putting a picture of Delilah and Sabrina on a thumbnail. And that video with that thumbnail is my most viewed video. So it just goes to show that putting popular characters on something works, regardless of whether it's good or not. it will sell well because the popularity of said character slash IP will sell it, which is why I think LaRose was chosen to be our new main character.